guys, I'm Racing Chewy Side, and I got a video for you guys, and it's a track guide for Michigan, race 2 of the season that we at least came to this track with the same terrible setup, which is tight as hell. I'm running a 10-to-1 steering ratio with the default Michigan setup. Again, I mentioned it was tight, which kind of the reason I ran certain lines, but let's go ahead and just get to this. Best I can do was a 38.83, but I'm doing a 38.84, just for the fact is I thought it was smoother, so let's go. Alright, there we go. Best I can do. And I hate tight setups if you don't know that already, because it forces everyone to, well, everyone can drive similarly. Similarly. Damn it, I don't even know how to say that word right. I don't know why. I used to be able to. Well, everyone can drive the same way. That means the bunch is all packed together, and it just creates nothing but wrecks. If the setup's loose, you can handle it. Sure, you may get some people to spin, but it forces everybody to be more careful and better racing results, I guess. At least that's what I got out of it. So I hate tight setups. Again, running a 10-to-1 with a default Michigan setup. 10-to-1 steering ratio, that is, and that's it. Nothing else changed. And you can see this caution light I'm passing. Passing going into 1. And I'm getting on the brakes about half a car length after that. So right here for about 25%. Holding that brake at about a quarter, position until about halfway, half a car length past the safer barrier. So right about here, I'm off the brakes. I'm letting it roll quite a bit while turning down to the second groove. You can see right here, this little line. Pretty much want to get your left side tires right on it. So I'm letting it roll until I feel like it's rolling too much. That's when I'm picking the throttle up. So pretty much at this Michigan USA sign on the right, pretty much as soon as the front of your car touches it, or it's right in your, I guess, vision, that's when I'm getting on the throttle and try to stay above the line or keep your left side tires on this line. You see this little black strip here? Not the yellow line, the one groove up. But I kind of turned down too much, and I found out that it kind of helps the car turn, so I kept the left side tires a little bit, quite a bit under that seam. So I'm actually using the first and second groove here. But you can see once I picked the throttle up, I was gradually getting back to it. I didn't just step on it, gradually roll back into the throttle until you're 100%, which you can see there. And I went down to the seam. The car wants to get loose when you start to, I guess, unsettle it. But that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to get it to turn, so I used the seam to help me do that. And on corner exit, I'm pretty much aiming for this gray patch here in the distance that I'm circling with my mouse. That's what I'm aiming for on exit. Drive all the way out to it. As soon as you feel like the car is going to stay in you can stay in the gas. So we're making our way to 3. So 3 is a lot different than 1. You can see I'm already starting to turn in. And I'm still going about a car length before this gray patch. That's when I'm getting on the brakes again. About the same percentage as I did in 1. And I hold it for just, I don't know, fraction of a second. You can see it's just slightly, like I'm braking right here, holding the brake until you get past the caution light, and that's when I'm getting off of it. Again, letting it roll, and here it kind of wants to get loose going in, but it tightens up once you get to the center. Once it settles, it tightens up so bad that it's almost unbearable. So I'm letting it roll. Again, use the seam. And here I should have got left sides below it to get it to turn, and I couldn't quite get it down there, so playing with the throttle. I'm usually getting back on it as soon as you pass those grandstands there. The ones with I should say in the middle of those grandstands. Alright, you see where the 3Ms end right about here? There's no 3Ms on the wall. That's when I'm picking the throttle up. And you want to get to it as soon as you can and try to stay in it, but here it got tight, so I couldn't. And you just do the same thing, play with it and power off. And you want to get the best of a run you can. But the fact is, it's a long stretch, and it'll cost you time if you screw it up. So there we go, that's it. That's all I did. I'm running a different paint this week, but that's all I did, and that's the best I can do. I'm not gonna get into anything, and I guess try not to kill yourselves trying to run that, half and half deal that I did in turn 1, because it does get loose, but I don't know, you just try to stay on that second groove. That's what I would say, run as a race line. Stay right above that seam, and that's about it. That's all I got. 30% Chewy side. Yeah.